Please welcome to the blue corner, Jonathan Galvan.
Jonathan Galvan, 3-3 record, 6-time inside the Fury FC cage, 3-2 overall here at Fury. Coming in riding a losing streak, but man, he is so talented as a fighter. He's just looking for that magic again. Fighting out of here in Houston, training at Texas Third Coast, second fighter of the night for Jason Solis and company. You see Jason Solis on your screen.
Yeah, and for my money, Raheel, I've said this before, the middleweights and the light heavyweights are the scariest weight division on the planet. When you see how big these guys are, they make weight, they do it safely, they do it right. But when you see how big they are, like out in the world, you're like, oh my gosh, how does this dude make 185 pounds? These are big dudes. These guys have heavy hands, and pound for pound, 185 and 205 guys, in my eyes, they're the GOATs.
Looking for some scissors. Making sure everything is good. It looks like we have a little hiccup here. Yeah, waiting to see if we can find some scissors ringside. What do they need? It looks like some extra tape on the gloves, maybe.
I'm not sure. I see the signature from the commission right there on top, which is what you've got to see. There has to be a signature from them showing that they inspected the tape, that it meets the requirements, and I see that. I'm not exactly sure.
Actually, I think we're just... I didn't even see our cut crew there. I don't even think they got... We're waiting for them. I'm not sure what's happening.
Did the cut man have to go to the bathroom? What happened? What's going on here?
Where's our guy Joe at?
What exactly sure what's happening. Looks like they're gonna grease him up inside the cage.
All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Sean Kennard.
Yeah, looks like the cut man had to run to the bathroom real quick. Wasn't expecting to start that quick.
Sean Kennard, the best beard in MMA. That is beautiful growth right there. Coming in with the Top Gun entrance. I like it. Did you watch Top Gun Maverick yet?
I have. I saw it at the theater. I think that's the only way you should see it because, you know, the sound effects, all those things, it's something pretty spectacular. But also, hearing it here as a fighter walkout song, that's pretty giving me the chills.
I watched it the way it was intended to be watched, on an iPad.
Yeah, I watched it on my phone the way it's intended to be watched.
I haven't had a chance to go through the theater, as we mentioned. Yeah, we have a newborn at home, so Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, iPad.
Nice.
Maverick, iPad. Our tail of the tape brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey middleweight title bout. The height advantage, reach advantage to Sean Kennard, coming in with that perfect record of 3-0. Let's get our championship introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the Fury Amateur Series Middleweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at 183.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 3 wins, 2 losses. This is Jonathan Galvan. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 184.4 pounds. Fighting out of the Woodlands, Texas, he holds a perfect amateur record of 3 wins, no losses. This is Sean Top Gun Kennard. Your referee in charge of the action, Jeff Rexroad.
Blue gloves for Galvan, red for Kennard. Jeff Rexroad inside. Let's find out who the champ is going to be. No glove touch.
wonder if that beard cushions these blows any. That's a thick, thick beard.
It's got a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's got to.
I mean, I've grown a beard in my life, but not that long.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I don't think I could grow a beard that long. It would be like 23 hairs, just that long, and that's it.
Man, Sean Kennard, so strong in his last fight. Got the win over Dorian Bryant at Challenger Series 1 in round 2. Got the rear naked choke. You saw Alex and Matt in his corner as we were showing the walkout.
Nice little right hand landed from Galvan a while ago. Kennard acknowledging that he made a mistake and let him land that shot. So see if it happens again here. Galvan staying very active. A lot of movement around the cage. It's a lot of activity from him. Moving around the cage. Kennard staying in the center. Kennard is very light on his feet.
Yeah.
His legs are huge.
185, pretty easy cut it looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, it better be. You're the CEO of the fittest ever food brand.
Yeah.
Putting some good fuel in your body, making sure that cut is a little easy.
He's got about a pound of tattoo ink on him, so he's got to make up for that, too.
Nice little combo from Kennard.
Kennard with a nice flurry there. Galvan doing a good job of staying. He's moving, and he's moving away from the power hand. Doing everything right so far.
Ooh, just came in with a big uppercut.
Yeah, very nice. Landed a couple times, and there he does it again. Nice body kick there from Kennard. Galvan gives him the nod, letting him know again. All right, not bad.
Oh,
nice.
Big,
big shot. Here goes Kennard.
Oh, and big return from Galvan.
Yeah, Kennard's corner saying keep the pressure on.
10 seconds left. What a big flurry and a counter flurry from Galvan, and now
nice.
We're ending the round. Let's just let him keep going.
Yeah.
Who needs a break here?
Yeah, here they go. And we saw that a little bit in a fight earlier where there was always like one punch, like right as the bell rang. Looks like it's gonna be that kind of fight here.
There was no glove touch.
No.
And that kind of set the tone for the fight. Man, highlights for round 1.
Yeah, it started out with Galvan landing some nice punches. You see that the tip of the foot land right on the tip of the nose there. Kennard started to land as the round progressed. He started to land pretty solid. Nice body kick there. Perfect placement. Nice head kick there. It was blocked by the forearm, but still landed just a little bit. The forearm was up against the head. You see Kennard was throwing some punches there. Galvan started throwing pretty wild there to get himself out of trouble there. And then you see Rex Road, you saw him, he's saying stop. There was 2 or 3 punches thrown by each guy after the bell rang.
Jonathan Galvan can go the distance. Has really good hands, as we saw, good counter punching. Round 2 is where Sean Kennard won his last fight, got the tap. Can he do it again? Title on the line.
You see Kennard staying very light on his feet. Has that ballerina setup to that left body kick.
Kennard walking down Galvan a little bit here. Good movement again from Galvan, Michael.
Yeah, and he's, like I said, he's doing it right. You know, you want to stay away from the power hand. Conventional against conventional, so you want to move to your right. Stay away from that power if you can. And, you know, Kennard is doing a good job of kind of just staying in the middle of the cage, but eventually he's going to have to get him to move. He's going to have to start, you know, stalking him down. He's going to have to cut him off instead of chasing him around the cage. He needs to cut him off, get him moving toward that power hand. That's whenever you find those moments where, you know, you get him moving the other way and he walks right into it, and it's not the way. You know, plus it's completely against the game plan that they wanted to do for this fight. Nice exchange there. I think Kennard is making a mistake here by not putting a little more pressure on him, not staying a little more active. And again, he's got to cut him off instead of just letting him walk around. Just cut him off. Walk that way toward the cage. Don't let him circle like that. Cut the cage off. Make him go the other way. That's your power hand. That's where you want him.
Little programming note for everybody. Ooh, big kick there. Does connect, and Galvan caught it on the way out. Now Kennard trying to get a big flurry.
Yeah, Kennard resisting the temptation there to chase him down. He stopped for a second, reset himself.
We do have 4 pro fights on our undercard, but those will now be swing bouts after our main broadcast on Fury, or excuse me, on UFC FIghtPass for Fury FC 74. Oh, big flurry here from Kennard. Galvan does the right thing of just tying him up, making sure no more damage is taken.
And again, you see Kennard kind of just chasing him down around the cage. Nice overhand right there. You want to get him moving into that power hand if you can, which means you cut it off. You don't let him move that way for very long. You don't keep him moving. Kennard's landing some nice punches here. Just a few seconds left, and a nice little pop shot right as the bell rang. Right as the horn went off.
You saw Jeff Rexler getting in way better. I mean, he was ready.
Oh yeah, he was staying close. Staying right on the shorts of Kennard there, right behind him. Another good round for Kennard. You know, Kennard landing well. You know, Galvan is doing a good job of staying out of trouble. If he gets in a little bit of trouble and Kennard lands a few punches, he's able to walk himself out of that trouble pretty quick. Neither fighter really is looking like this fight's ever going to go to the ground. So looks like this may be a boxing match, or at least so far. Galvan landed a couple of good punches here, but, you know, kind of moving backwards. I would say, you know, activity-wise, Galvan is doing a good job of staying on his bike and, you know, kind of staying out of trouble long term. But Kennard is landing the punches. Kennard is the one pushing the action a little bit. And, you know, it's kind of been the same. Galvan's kind of counter-punching, and you see he's got a few marks on his face. That right cheekbone is a little bit swollen. Can't really tell if he got any damage on Kennard's face, but doesn't seem to be.
His punches just slip off of the beard a little better. It gotta. I mean,
yeah, from his cheekbones up, he looks pretty good.
Right. Glove canvas hitting skin damage. Hitting a nice plush beard.
Yeah.
Round 3. Final fight of our prelims broadcast. Ooh, nice knee there from Kennard.
And you see Kennard not getting too excited, just touching in those exchanges, but not allowing Galvan to let him chase him down. It's an old trick. Get him to chase you down, kind of plant your feet and throw hard the other way. A lot of times fighters can walk right into something. Ooh, nice left hand there by Kennard.
Now Kennard seeing an opening. Big combo.
Yeah, nice combinations there from Kennard.
Oh, eats a big right, does Galvan.
See Kennard very relaxed still. Halfway through the 3rd round. Kennard kind of allowing Galvan to come in low with those body shots because he popped him right in the head as soon as he did.
Big right just misses for Galvan. Top gun Sean Kennard trying to keep his record perfect. Move it to 4-0. Jonathan Galvan trying to get a big win here as an amateur. Capture the 185 title. Oh!
Big left hand lands right on top of the head. Follow with a right. Puts Galvan down. He's got about 40 seconds here. That's a lot of time, Raheel. Needs to get busy, though. Either improving his position or he needs to throw some punches, which he's doing now.
That nose looks to be broken.
He busted him wide open. His nose is just flattened across his face a little bit.
That was a perfect punch. And now in the mount is Sean Kennard. Is this going to be enough? No good. Escape there from Galvan. 10 seconds left in round 3. Big counter punches, eats another big left as Galvan. Wow. Woo! All right, so we go to our championship rounds now, round 4. And this is what a title fight is all about.
Sean Kennard shaping the mustache right there before the 4th round gets started. Oh! Nice right hand there. Galvan just keeps moving forward, though.
Man, there is no quit in Jonathan Galvan. Right, to the ground we go. Earliest we've gone to the ground in any of the rounds.
Yeah, and here we go. Kennard doing a good job of riding. You know, he's a student of Alex. He wants that wrist ride. He's going to try to get him in, and Galvan just kind of putting his hand there. He could probably get it if he wanted it. But happy with that gift wrap.
Here, Alex Morono in the back on cue, calling for that wrist ride, as you mentioned, Michael.
Oh, yeah, I felt Alex's wrist ride yesterday. We were training McGee, and Alex got a wrist ride. I just wanted to die.
Oh, man. Big punches now. Oh, right arm sneaks in. We've got a connection. Is this going to be enough?
The angle's bad there, Raheel. He's not going to get this, but he goes right into the mount. He's calling for the body triangle, but he's a little bit still at an angle. Got it now. Legs a little bit short for that body triangle around Galvan. They're putting a lot of pressure here.
So strong.
Yeah, this is a terrible position for Jonathan Galvan. Sean Kennard with a dominant performance here in the 4th round. If he keeps this up, they will stop this fight. They'll let him go a little bit longer with 2 seasoned amateurs, but these amateur fights, they do not let them go. They do not let them take a ton of damage in here.
Rex Road inching closer. Big punches there from Kennard. Right arm sweeps in across the chin of Galvan. Now sneaking under just a little bit. Still the angle's bad. Man. 40 seconds.
See the bridge of the nose there on Jonathan Galvan is busted open. Very nice job. Ooh.
Oh. Here come the punches from the top. Man, good escape there from Galvan.
Yeah, Galvan's really good at creating those scrambles from the ground there. Kennard being a little bit too sloppy with his positional changes there, leaving a little bit too much space.
Great defense from Galvan. Looked like the fight was going to end there, was in a world of trouble. Beautiful escape.
Yeah, we're going to go to a 5th round here, it looks like.
Big knees. All right, 5th round, here we come.
Last week for Hill, we had 1 or 2 fights on the total card that went the distance. Here, only 1 has been finished so far.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, you see the 4th round was all Sean Kennard. Sean landing on the punches, gets him to the ground, landing very, very hard, doing a lot of damage here. But when Galvan got tired of taking these punches, he created a scramble. You see here, he's in the mount, creates a scramble here, does everything correct. Lets Kennard gets a little bit too high, comes out the back. Wasn't able to do anything once he got out, but stopped the damage that was being done at that point of the fight. Sean Kennard looking very fresh here. Very little damage. Not the case for Jonathan Galvan. Jonathan Galvan looks like he's been in a fight. He's got 1 round here. I expect him to let this all hang out, Raheel. I expect Jonathan Galvan to be throwing some blows here. I think he's lost all 4 rounds. I think he knows his only chance to win here is a stoppage. Hopefully his coaches told him that. You see the body language there, very active body language. He wants to get in there and start throwing.
Definitely has to go for broke here. Has to avoid getting to the ground as well.
Yeah, has to avoid getting to the ground as long as he's on the bottom. Or you definitely don't want Kennard on your back.
Nice little 1-3 there from Kennard.
Kennard doing a good job of slipping. Nice boxing there. Nice head movement. Nice defensive boxing.
His corner calling for a kick. They know 2 minutes left. This fight is pretty much theirs. Is Kennard's corner. Don't need to take any big risks. Matt Wall just called for that, but still got to be aggressive, pick your spots.
And he's done it so far. Galvan, everything he's thrown has missed so far. And, you know, I'm kind of surprised how inactive he is. You know, it's only a 3-minute round. We're about halfway through that. So he's got about half of 3 minutes. I mean, he may have thrown 5 or 6 punches so far in this round. I just would have thought he would have wanted to apply the pressure and wanted to get in there and exchange with him. You know, win or lose, you know, this 5th round, you know, you're losing the fight anyways. But there may be a point in the fight. Galvan may say, hey, at the 45-second mark, we're still standing. Let me know. I'm going to go in there and start throwing as hard as I can. You never know. Never know what the strategy is here. We know Kennard's strategy is to counter punch, take it easy, don't take too many big chances. Take what he gives you.
If you're potentially up 4 rounds to none, fans might not like it. We might not like it as fight fans. But you do have to be careful. Like, there is a game to this. There is a strategy. Oh, big take.
Very nice. Yeah, Galvan landed a couple of shots. We saw it kind of stun Kennard there for just a second. He put some distance between him, and Galvan kind of aggressively trying to close that distance there to do it again, and gets taken down pretty easy. 25 seconds here. Kennard just needs to keep this space. Maybe do a little bit of damage, throw some punches. You don't want to get stood up with 10 or 15 seconds left and take that risk. Going to the mount here.
Going to the mount, yep. And riding to the championship is Sean Kennard, unofficially. Officially on the broadcast score sheet. 5 rounds of championship level MMA in the middleweight division of the Fury amateur subset.
Yeah, what a great fight. You know, good game plan from Jonathan Galvan. I just don't think the things that he planned offensively worked as well as he had hoped. You know, defensively he was really well. He did really well most of the time. You know, going away from that power hand, but Kennard, man, just you know, big gas tank, very strong, persistent with his game plan. You know, wasn't taking any big chances. Fought a very smart fight there. I mean, it's a very cerebral, and of course, coming from Alex Morono's camp, I'm not surprised. Very cerebral game plan for going into a fight like this against a guy who punches hard. I think this is a pretty easy decision for him. I think this is a 50-45 for Kennard, and we'll have a new 185 amateur Fury champion.
Judges tallying up the scores right now. Wayne getting them. Big, beautiful beard of Sean Kennard. Championship beard.
Yeah, he'll be able to tuck it down in his belt if he's the one that gets it.
All right, let's go inside for the official decision. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision brought to you by OnlyFans. With scores of 50-45, 50-45, and 50-44, your winner by unanimous decision and new Fury Amateur Series middleweight champion, Top Gun, Sean Kennard!
There it is, new champion, Sean Kennard. For all of our fans who are looking for the pro fights, those are now going to swing back to after our main broadcast on UFC Fight Pass. We go live at 4:30 p.m. on UFC Fight Pass with Fury FC 74 Bantamweight Championship on the line. We will see you then on behalf of our entire Fury team, our production team. For Alex Morono and Michael Alexander, I'm your heel, Ramzanali. We will see you on UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 Central Standard Time.